Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? I did a video comparing my thoughts with an article done by Mountain Goat, and some of you guys had some pretty funny responses. Somebody said that's Ken Siegel. I was like, I have no idea who that is. Mountain Goat apparently is Ken Siegel. Anyways, look, you guys, there's more than just paying attention to what's going on in Iraq. But when your own country is trying to provoke World War III, it makes it a little hard to focus on whether or not the Iraqi dinar is going to revalue. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. You know, World War III possibility is another great example of why you should own precious metals. So you'll need silver to barter with. For those of you out there who have silver, congratulations. As far as the World War III is concerned, let me show you. So here we go. Look at this. B-1B bombers. They are the most deadliest bombers we've had out there. So these two B-1B bombers were intercepted near the border of Russian airspace. This is the second time. Now they're saying they're conducting air exercises, but why do you need to be so close to the Russian border? They're just trying to intimidate them. Their excuse is that they were practicing air refueling in Arctic type weather. See, it's one thing if you have your fighter jets out there flying around near the borders, but it's another when you have the air's most deadliest nuclear capability sitting right at your border. These are the stupid games that these people are playing. So yeah, we'll talk about the Iraqi dinar, but it's kind of hard to wake up in the morning and go, gee, the RV or the RI or anything like that. Knowing that our own country is purposely trying to provoke Russia into a more deadlier war. We got Iran bombing Israel. We're just waiting for Israel to retaliate. And that's just going to provoke things even further along. So, I guess as long as Iraq stays out of it, we don't care, right? Okay. Those new bombers. Anyways, I'm talking about this video right here that I did with me, Mountain Goat. Almost agreeing on the information. Close, but not quite. Paula says, thank you. You're very welcome. Pimpy, in-country versus out-of-country, IQD, arbitrage. Explain how you would get in-country 3.0 nodes out of Iraq if they are obsolete. Well, why would you want to get 3-country nodes out of Iraq? That doesn't make no sense. If they're obsolete, then there's no need to get them out. If you're talking about the example, in country, they take the zeros off, but out of country, we get to exchange our 25,000 dinars for the new exchange rate of 322. That's what I was making a comparison to. But I was just using example, in country versus out of country. I appreciate you chiming in. Pimpy, quick question. Does Executive Order 13303 stop or holds back Iraq from revaluing or reinstating their currency? This is floating around that it is. I can't find proof of anything saying that that's the case. And what happens to Iraq's country if the executive order don't get signed and get lifted? Executive Order 13303 does not prevent it from being revalued in any way, shape, or form. What it does is it removes the protection that the United States put on a lot of Iraq's assets. So without that protection, people that were harmed during their invasion could then sue them. But it wouldn't change the country from revaluing at all. So I'm not sure who's floating that around. Tell them to explain how that holds back any type of revaluing or any type of reinstating. I can't tell if this guy talking sounds like Ernie or like Bart from Sesame Street. Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog. Let me give myself a thumbs up. Los Pimster, Las Vegas. We're there one way or another. Dear Pimpy, is this right? Oh, Stacy, I answered your question a couple of videos ago. Go check it out. Mountain Goat is a fake person made up by Ken Siegel, Dinar recap owner. Is that who that is? I don't know how you guys know that. You're not the first person to tell me that. Crystal says, there is a lot of followers out there. They follow anything that tickles their ears, which is interesting if these people believe in God, or do they run after anything that tickles their ears? Yeah, you see, that's the thing that I'm concerned about, because that's where I catch a lot of crap from people, because they don't like what I'm saying. It's funny how they so easily listen to those other people and believe them. Oh, they're right. You don't know what you're talking about. Even though I give you guys documents, show you evidence, show you websites, show you what I'm reading from. And those people never do that. Never do. But then they're trying to say, I'm the guy that's wrong. That's why I always say, stop listening to things that just tickle your ears. Or the other way I like to put it is, I used to go to the fishing shop with them and I used to see these beautiful lures. And my dad said, make sure that the lure is not more attractive to you than it is the fish. I'm going to ask you, Pimpy, go ahead and ask away. If you really know so much about the dinar way back then, why do you still buy those dinar in the first place, knowing it's a worthless investment? Well, a couple of things there. I don't buy the dinar anymore. I disciplined myself and said, look, I'm only going to invest X amount of dollars into the Iraqi dinar. And number two, I never said it was a worthless investment. Nowhere ever do you hear me say, don't buy the dinar, it's worthless. I never said that. Not at all. These guys, what they do is they read the news and they try to interpret what they think it means. They like to try to twist the news so that it tickles your ears or so that it fits to their agenda. As you go along, you start to read the news, you go, wait a minute. This doesn't quite sound the way it's being put out there in the dinar community. If that ever crosses your mind, then people should do the research. I've done the research. As time went on, my opinions about things changed. Like I said this before, what Militia Man is saying now about there's no way in hell the exchange rate could be at the level it is and then be able to afford to do all these projects. I used to think the same way. And so I did a lot of research. Don't you think it's already figured out in the budget? Their exchange rate has sucked now for 20 years and they've been rebuilding for 20 years. If the exchange rate now is no good for them to rebuild, then how the hell have they been rebuilding all this time? So yeah, I understand his way of thinking. But if you don't grow from that, he's been doing this way longer than I have, and he still hasn't figured it out. If people are actually doing the research like they should, then as time goes along, your opinions are going to change. You become more knowledgeable. You see how one thing affects another. When I was talking about the stability of the country, the stability of the government, the stability of the economy, the stability of the currency, nobody was talking about that. These are things that you learn as you go along. That's why when I hear information that comes out recently, these people jump all over and go, look, this means it's going to happen tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, you guys, it is going to be April the 17th. I know you guys are getting your dinar ready because according to all the gurus out there, isn't that a major event? Isn't that when the exchange rate is supposed to come out? Cross your fingers and see if it happens. But do you see what I mean? How they spread those kind of rumors? What do we hear from the other gurus? It's the end of the year. They're going to change the budget. There's going to be a new exchange rate in there. Nope. January's here. They're going to change the exchange rate. Remember that? Nope. February. They had to redo the budget. It's going to have a new exchange rate. Well, the 2023 budget passed. The only thing that hasn't happened is they haven't given out the salaries yet. But the rest of the budget has completed. They're now moving forward to the 2024 budget. So what happened to it changing in the 2023 budget? Did it change? No. the amendments are being voted on. Is the changing of the exchange rate in the amendments? No. But this is what they do every single year. Same thing around the same time. We heard March 17th because it was the anniversary of some crap. Did it happen? No. So tomorrow is the 17th of April. Will it happen? We're going to see. Let's see how right they are versus how wrong they are once again. Dino says, Julius, he has changed his tune recently. The only thing I've done is become way more educated after doing a lot more research. Things change as you become more knowledgeable in it. Pimpy, what's going on with the Zim? While they have redenominated once again, I just did a video about the Zim within the last week. Go ahead, sweetie, go over there, check it out, and it explains to you what's going on. When I spoke about the Iraqi dinar, some things I thought that were just common sense ended up not being common sense. So from there on, I decided I wasn't just going to come out and talk about the news and give my opinion. I wanted to make sure that if we're going to talk about the Iraqi dinar, that I actually go out there and read as much as possible about the Iraqi dinar. And not just the Iraqi dinar, a lot about economies and how economies work, how the monetary system works. What does it take to revalue or devalue a currency? What is the deletion of the zeros? What is a LOP? You have to go out there and read these things because these are things that are brought up every single year over and over. So when you do the research, you realize that the crap that's being spread all over the YouTube about the Iraqi dinar is wrong. And all you have is a crap load of content creators regurgitating the same crap because they know you guys love that. They go, oh, this will bring me a lot of views to my videos because we're talking about the Iraqi dinar is going to change their exchange rate tomorrow. And everybody loves that news. So as time went on, I didn't want to be one of those people out there just misleading people. I wanted to make sure that people were listening to my videos. We're coming here to be informed, not just sit there all day long and blowing smoke up your guys' ass. The more informed you become, the more you stop falling for these lies and bullshit that's out there. I do find it interesting that when I make videos trying to inform people, I show you the documents, I show you the websites, I show you guys the studies. And even after all that, there's a handful of people out there that go, I don't believe you. Or how come you don't believe in the investment? Nobody said I didn't believe in it. All I'm doing is sharing the proper information with you, as well as making sure you guys are informed that there are other possibilities. That's it. Anyways, I appreciate you guys chiming in like usual. That's it for now. I'll get back at you later. I'm out.